guys, in this video of the TypeScript series, we are going to discuss about Type Alias. So let's get started.
In the previous video, we took this example wherein we defined a new type that was a union of string and a number. Now this sort of declaration is completely fine, but in case we want to reuse this declaration or the student ID, which is the union of string and a number more than once, say in a function parameter or anywhere else, we again have to define it. For example, let's say we have a function called as student info, which takes in this declaration as a parameter. So it takes in this student ID, which could be a string or a number, and in return it gives us a string. So let's define it. Let's say if the type of this student ID turns out to be a number, which should be the ideal case, then in that case we want to return a string which says I have my student ID, and here it should give us the student ID. Okay, now else the student ID does not exist, say the student ID has expired or the student is new and haven't received any student ID. So in that case, that person's name will be returned. Now we can call this particular function with either a string or a number. So as you might have observed that this sort of declaration is not reusable. So to make it reusable, we can define this student ID with a particular name that can be reused, and that is being done with the help of type alias. So type alias is nothing but giving a name to a type so that it can be used again and again throughout our code. So for example, we want to define a type alias for this sort of declaration. So what we can do is we can simply write type, give it a name, for example ID, and then this declaration, this union declaration. Now instead of writing this whole union declaration every time, I can simply define the type of a variable with this ID. For example, I want to define the student ID with the type ID, so I can simply write ID over here, and also I can replace it with ID over here as well. So you can see that how it has simplified our whole code, and the code now looks more readable and clear. One key thing to note in here is we can use a type alias to give a name to any of the types available in TypeScript, not just union. Say we can use it to give a name to an object type or primitive data types or anything else as well. For example, say I can have a type alias for an object. Let's say the name is values. So I can simply have this sort of declaration over here. Now instead of writing this x and y where I have to define explicitly that x is a number, y is a number, I can simply use this sort of object type wherever I want. So that's majorly it about type alias. In the next video of the TypeScript series, we are going to discuss one of the similar topic to type alias, that is interfaces. So if you found this video helpful, do hit the subscribe button. See you in the next one.